buckle up because today we're diving deep into one of America's most notorious couples.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde, that's right.
A story of love, crime, and a whole lot of legend.
Yeah, set against the backdrop of the Great Depression.
It's a story that continues to fascinate people.
Absolutely, and today we're going beyond the Hollywood glamour to uncover the real Bonnie and Clyde.
Using excerpts from a document titled Bonnie and Clyde.pdf.
We'll be separating fact from fiction.
Exactly.
So to kick things off.
Let's start with their early lives.
Yeah, where did it all begin for this infamous duo?
Both Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow were born in Texas in the early 1900s.
Small town beginnings.
Bonnie in 1910 and Clyde in 1909.
And what were their lives like before they met?
They both faced hardship.
Yeah.
Poverty was a constant struggle, and it really shaped their worldview.
You know, it's almost like their environment kind of set the stage for their rebellious streak.
Absolutely. Their early experiences definitely played a role in their choices later on.
So when did their paths first cross?
They met in January 1930.
1930, okay.
At a friend's house.
Interesting. And what were they like at this point in their lives?
Bonnie was working as a waitress. And Clyde, well, he was already involved in some petty crime.
Oh, so he was already on that path.
Yeah, he had a few run-ins with the law.
I see.
But despite their different backgrounds, they were drawn to each other.
What spark?
Definitely Bonnie was captivated by Clyde's charisma and his rebellious nature.
It's that bad boy appeal, isn't it?
It seems so.
But then, just weeks after they meet, Clyde gets arrested.
For stealing a car.
Talk about a wrench in the works.
You would think that would be the end of their story.
Yeah.
But it actually strengthened their bond.
Really? How so?
Throughout Clyde's imprisonment, Bonnie remained devoted.
Wow, that's dedication.
She visited him frequently and even helped him escape at one point.
No way, by smuggling in a gun.
Exactly. It was a daring move that showed her commitment to him.
Sounds like something straight out of a movie.
And their letters during this time reveal a lot about their relationship.
Oh, what did they write about?
Bonnie expressed concern for Clyde's safety.
Yeah.
But she was also clearly drawn to his daring and his outlaw lifestyle.
So it was a mix of worry and fascination.
Exactly, a complex dynamic.
Okay, so Clyde gets out of prison in 1932.
And that's when things really escalate.
Yeah. Their life of crime takes a serious turn.
It starts with small robberies.
Right.
But they quickly progress to robbing banks.
And they weren't alone in this, right?
No, they formed the Barrow Gang.
Okay, and who was part of this gang?
It included Clyde's brother Buck and his wife Blanche.
So a real family affair.
You could say that.
So they're hitting banks.
And they're becoming known for their daring and sometimes violent methods.
Yeah, and this is where the romanticized image of Bonnie and Clyde starts to unravel.
Their actions had real consequences.
Absolutely. They were responsible for the deaths of several people.
Both law enforcement officers and civilians.
This was serious stuff.
Yet, despite the violence, they captured the public's imagination.
It's strange, isn't it?
It was the Great Depression.
Right.
People were struggling, banks were foreclosing on homes.
So, in a way, Bonnie and Clyde represented a kind of rebellion against the system.
That's how some people saw them.
As these Robin Hood figures.
Yeah, sticking it to the establishment.
And the media played a huge role in shaving their image, too.
Absolutely. They were plastered all over the newspapers.
Bonnie with her cigar and her gun.
It created this larger-than-life persona.
And it cemented their place in American folklore.
Exactly. They became both public enemies and folk heroes.
It's a fascinating contradiction.
But their reign of crime couldn't last forever.
No. The law was closing in.
Led by Texas Ranger Frank Hamer.
He was determined to bring them down.
He tracked their movements relentlessly.
And this all culminated in May of 1934.
With a fateful ambush in Louisiana.
An ambush?
Yes. The police, acting on tips, set a trap for Bonnie and Clyde.
Wow. So they didn't stand a chance?
No, they were caught in a hail of gunfire.
In their car?
Yes. Their lives ending together just as they lived them.
It's a tragic end to their story.
And an iconic one.
But even though their crime spree ended,
their legend lived on.
Bonnie and Clyde have continued to fascinate and inspire for decades.
They've been the subject of countless books, movies, and songs.
Why do you think their story has endured for so long?
I think it's a combination of factors.
Yeah.
The romance, the rebellion, the tragedy.
It's a story that speaks to something deep within us.
Our fascination with outlaws.
Our desire to break free from societal norms.
And the allure of a love story that defies all odds.
Bonnie and Clyde's story is a cautionary tale.
But it's also a reminder of the power of love and loyalty, even in the face of danger.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the lives of Bonnie and Clyde,
It leaves us with a lot to think about.
it does.
How would their story play out in today's world,
Hmm.
in the age of social media?
That's a good question. Would they be Instagram influencers with millions of followers?
Or would their rebellious spirit lead them down a similar path?
It's something to ponder, isn't it?
It really is.
So there you have it, the real story of Bonnie and Clyde.
A complex and captivating tale.
If you're interested in learning more, I encourage you to check out the source material we've mentioned.
And perhaps watch a film adaptation or two.
Form your own opinion about this legendary couple.
And let us know your thoughts.
Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and always remember.
There's more to every story than meets the eye.
Exactly.